So they're not sure if you're affiliated with that person or you're possibly that person. That's why we're out here. So I mean, not to give you a hard time right now.
Their restraining order doesn't have anything to do with me.
Okay.
The encounter began when a driver was legally parked on the side of the road, remaining inside his vehicle. Under the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, every individual has the right to be protected against unreasonable searches and seizures, including being questioned by police without reasonable suspicion of a crime. Nevertheless, a police officer in Michigan approached the driver, citing a report about the vehicle and expressing suspicion regarding the driver's presence. In response, the driver invoked his right to remain silent under the 5th Amendment and refused to answer any questions, a fully lawful action, as no law requires a citizen to justify their presence. Despite maintaining a calm and lawful demeanor, the driver was not given a clear answer as to whether he was being detained. The police's failure to clarify whether the individual was being detained, while continuing to question him, created a legal gray area where individual rights are vulnerable to infringement under the guise of suspicion. The officer's evasion of a straightforward clarification not only reflected a lack of professionalism, but also compelled the driver to more firmly assert and protect his constitutional rights.
Everything okay?
Everything's okay.
Okay. I'm Officer McGee with the Violent Police Department. Just to let you know, everything is being audio and video recorded.
Likewise.
All right, we got a call. Somebody had noticed that you were sitting here for an extended period of time, so mainly we're just checking to make sure that everything's all right.
Everything's perfect.
Okay. Is there a reason why you may be sitting here?
Do I have to answer any questions?
I'm just curious as to why you've been sitting here for as long as you have.
I'm going to invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent since I'm not breaking any laws.
All right. Are you the registered owner of this vehicle? I have the tag, so I have a name.
I'm going to invoke my 5th Amendment right without having a lawyer present to answer questions.
Are you in need of any assistance, sir? Any medical assistance at all?
I'm going to invoke my 5th Amendment right since I'm not breaking any laws and there's no law, I have no lawyer present.
Okay. All right, just sit tight for me, okay?
Am I detained? Am I detained? Am I detained?
Shortly after two other officers arrived, including Officer G. Kazi, they claimed to arrest the driver based solely on a phone call, a move that raises concerns under the precedent set by Terry v. Ohio, which requires reasonable suspicion of criminal activity in order to temporarily detain an individual. The driver continued to invoke his constitutional rights, pointing out the lack of specific evidence linking him to any unlawful conduct. The officer stated that the call was related to a restraining order in the area, but failed to provide any proof connecting the driver to the individual named in the order. The driver argued that vague suspicions do not suffice to overcome constitutional protections, questioning the legitimacy of the officer's actions and emphasizing their failure to conduct a proper investigation before escalating the encounter. More importantly, this incident exposes a troubling reality. When power is granted without accountability and adherence to the law, it can be easily misused as a tool of coercion rather than a means of upholding justice.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Are you familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Am I familiar with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the First, the
First
Fourth,
Amendment,
the
freedom of
Fifth
speech.
Amendment?
Yes, are you?
Are you also familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Yep.
The First, the Fourth, the Fifth Amendment?
Yep.
I'm going to invoke my First, my Fourth, and my Fifth Amendment right now.
How about you, sir? Are you familiar with them as well?
I am very familiar with them.
So the reason why we're here, I'll tell you what it is straight up. I mean, somebody called us. They're saying you're out here, right? They're concerned because you're sitting here and they're not sure if they have a restraining order in effect, right? So they're not sure if you're affiliated with that person or you're possibly that person. That's why we're out here. So I mean, not to give you a hard time right now.
Their restraining order doesn't have anything to do with me.
Okay, that's why we're just verifying.
I got it, but it has nothing to do with me. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Well,
and their fears don't trump my rights.
I'm just letting you know why we're here.
I got you.
They called us, and that's why we're here.
And I'm going to re-invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent without a lawyer present from this point. Am I being detained?
Are you being detained
Yes.
right now? Yes, we're doing an investigation for a possible TRO violation.
That involves me.
We're not sure if it involves you or not yet.
So then-
that's why we're trying to figure it out right now. Don't worry, we'll figure it out.
So you're detaining me for no crime. Okay.
I'm sorry?
You're detaining me for no crime.
No, we're not. We're speaking to you. We're just trying to figure out what's going
No,
on.
but you
here.
said I'm detained. Speaking is one thing, detaining is another thing. You're detaining me, right?
We're calling our supervisor. I don't know. What are you doing here, sir? Is there a reason why you're here?
Do I have to answer any questions?
Do you have to? We'll get to that. Just stand by then. Don't answer anything right now.
You're the one driving the Durango, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. 0267. Are you driving this big SUV here, right?
That's him.
Oh, that's him? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Coming up behind.
Hey, can I get a CAD number?
Well, I don't have it yet.
Yeah, whenever you get a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Explain to them why we were originally here.
Yeah, I told him we're investigating a TRO, possible TRO violation.
All right. So that's the only reason why we approached you. The call was a concern about you being here and if whether or not you may be associated with that restraining order. As of right now, you're not doing anything wrong. You're parked on the side of the road. Your vehicle is registered. If you should happen to go somewhere you are not supposed to be, which may violate some sort of court order, then we will handle that situation accordingly.
Of course.
Okay.
I expect that. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're the supervisor?
Do I have a supervisor?
No. Are you the supervisor?
I'm not the supervisor.
Oh, that's fine. You're the one who driving this?
I'm the
SUV?
original one.
Oh,
that pulled up behind
okay. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
No problem, man.
All right.
Sure, no problem, man. Cool.
You don't need anything from us, though, correct, sir?
No, I don't need
You're not
anything,
in
man.
need of any assistance?
No, just the CAD number. That's all.
You want the case number?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
98. What's the case number out here?
9
Thank you. 6.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right,
guys.
sir.
I appreciate it.
You have a good day.
Thanks.
In the end, the supervisor confirmed that the driver had not violated any laws and provided the case number upon request, in accordance with Section 5.43 of the Texas Transportation Code. Under the law, police officers may only stop or detain a driver if there is reasonable suspicion of a traffic violation or a criminal offense. In this case, the driver calmly and confidently asserted his rights, pointing out that the report was baseless, wasting public resources and disrupting the life of a law-abiding citizen. Thanks to his firm understanding of constitutional rights, he was able to prevent unlawful identification and questioning and expose the misuse of police authority. Ultimately, the officers were forced to leave without taking further action, concluding the situation with a clear victory for the driver in defending his civil liberties.